So if you're female, apparently the way that he thinks that you should do it, the moral, quote unquote, moral way that he thinks that you should go about building your channel is to get on camera and, quote, show your body.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I could do anything better than you.
Oh, you can.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can be, I can be greater. Sooner or later, I'm greater than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Jesus, keep it going. I love Jesus. I dance for Jesus. C-H-R-I-S-E. Jesus.
For me, his name was
Jesus. Jesus.
I woke up, so I praise my
Jesus. I am on the phone with Jesus. Come to Bible study so I can learn about Jesus.
I'm getting old, and I need to get my life together, but I'm gonna keep sitting here in denial, waiting for my Hogwarts letter.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. And today, as promised, I'm going to deal with the Geek Room. I apologize if people are not as interested in me dealing with them. The Geek Room is the bottom of the barrel, so to speak. There are people that used to have power on here, but simply don't got it no more. Nobody really cares about their idle threats, and nobody cares about what they actually think anymore. Again, welcome, ladies and gents, to Sowing and Reaping. And what I'm going to do here today, because I'm thinking about, I was thinking about how to do this. This was going to be like a 6-hour stream. I think I'm going to do something like maybe a 3 or 4 part series on the Geek Room, because obviously some people are coming to me and now saying, listen, I want to come here and talk about the Geek Room a little bit, because they don't do anything. That's why they talk about everybody else and everything, right? So I may break it up. I don't know. It depends on people's interests. If enough people don't be interested, I might not even do it. I don't know. And I know they're just loving this attention that they're going to actually get from me. So what I want to do is I want to directly respond to something that they said during Bad Issues stream when I was on here and I was talking to Teddy Bear. I forgot his name. That's how relevant some of these people are on here. You know what I mean? When I was talking to Teddy Bear and he was asking questions and Frank wanted to come in the room and I said, I don't want to talk to him. And I got my reasons for it. If you listen to the Geek Room, G-Man's this immoral piece of garbage. He's this, that, and the other. And that's the reason why I don't want to deal with them, because I can't take the smoke from them. That's what they would say. But before I get into anything I say about the Geek Room, it's going to be important that I do this, because when I say I'm going to, give me a second here. What I want to do is I want to show people what they're going to say in response to me. So I want to get this over with very early, okay? And there's a reason why I don't dislike the archive channels and I don't dislike people sniping no more, because, anything can happen. You can lose your channel, videos can get flagged down, you know what I mean? But if you got like 20 different people out there copying your stuff, you always have a copy of what you're actually going to need. So, in the case of the Geek Room, this was kind of important a little bit, not that much, but it was important. I was also considering playing the joke on here, but a lot of you already heard it. Okay. He was making a fat girl joke. And what he did was, at the end of his joke, he said, "You never been George Floyded by a girl before." And this was actually said in the Geek Room. Okay. But let me show you what I did first. Okay. Let's go into me first, because I believe I need to get this log out of my eye before I talk about the spec and somebody else's, okay? Just so that it's done properly, because this is their great defense. Well, we may have done that, G-Man, but look at what you did. So let's take a look at what they're all talking about. And we can all think, let's see something here. We can all think, I think there's Nick James, I think. Yeah, Nick James. We can thank Nick James for this little quote that we're going to be looking at, because this was done on, I believe, GTV. I don't think it was done on my main channel. I think this was done on GTV. And I want people to hear this. Because before I start talking about them, I want to disarm them before I even get started, because I'm going to go in on them today with some jokes every now and then. So we'll see. How do I share? I haven't used this in a while. Present. So, I don't know why they don't just put share there. No, I'm supposed to share the audio, right? I'm gonna need to share the audio is already shared. Good. Okay, G-Man is okay. Where is it? Where's the G-Man is okay? Hey, give me a second here, guys. Okay, no, that's not it. Okay, here we go. This is the first video we're going to take a look at. This is the video where they like to go to a lot, and they like to say that, G-Man's okay with racism. He's okay with people using the N-word and everything around him. That's what they would say. Let me play this video here real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Wait. What law is established that no white person can say the N-word? Just give me.
By the way, this is when me and Shani were friends, I think. But let's continue. I believe this was when I was doing those evolution hangouts because I see Pillbox in here.
Give me that one little thing. What law?
Shani, there's not a law that says you can't say. You can
then
say it
I
all
can
you want,
say
but
it,
don't
'cause
expect
it's
to not be called
freedom of
racist.
speech, and you're just putting your little propaganda,
That's
communist little
disgusting.
20-year-old propaganda on me that you learned from your school. Okay, this is called brainwashing. I can say
You're
whatever
racist.
I want. Regarding context, I can say what it.
Let's just give a little context toward this. You heard Shani, and you're going to hear her say this again because I got the video where she thinks that racist jokes are okay. In this particular video here, you're listening to Shani make a case that she could say whatever she wants because she has a freedom of speech and everything.
Garden I want. If I'm not pushing hate onto someone, it's not hate. Okay,
So Shani,
that word is not hateful if it's used
it's a
for
hateful
friendly
word.
terms. But
Okay,
you don't
okay,
understand that because you're a little girl.
Okay, Shani, explain to everybody the context in which you use the word, real quick.
I used it as the word friend. How does the word nigga usually is used among African American culture?
Stop saying that word. You're whining.
Now, while she's using this word, she uses the A at the end, right? In the African American community, some of us believe that if you're Caucasian, that you don't have the right to use the word even with the A at the end. Some of us think it's okay. Let's continue.
Nigga.
See, the G-Man, so you're gonna let her disrespect you like that?
So
That's
offended.
crazy.
I'm so offended.
Oh, and by the way, Shani, you're going to be really mad about me talking about this because you are going to be used quite a bit in this one to compare and contrast that to that of the Geek Room and what they think is okay. And you'll see what I mean by that. So let's go back here a minute. Let's close this and let's stop using that and let's talk about that in a minute. Again, this is when I was friends with Shani. Shani was making a point that if she uses it in a term of a friendship, that it meant that it was okay. And I sat there and I was quiet about it. There was other times that she came in my room and she used it when Miss Parker, I think, was in the room or somebody else was in the room. And you can visibly see me getting upset and biting my tongue. You see, one of the things that the Geek Room is going to mention when I show you everything here is that they're going to say that, well, because this is what they talked about on GTV. They're going to be like, well, if they're your friend, you're going to be a little bit more tolerant toward them and things of that nature. It's important for people to see that because this is what the Geek Room brings up all the time. G-Man, how can you think that you're a good person because you allowed a woman to come into your room and say the word? Like, what she said in that stream there was with the A at the end. It wasn't the ER. I believe that there's another stream that exists either on my main channel or in the archives on referring to GTV where the ER is actually used. And I talked to her in private about that. I can assure you of that. Now, it doesn't stop the fact that Shani's going to be who Shani is. You know what I mean? I told her when she lived in the house when I was getting called that mess to stop using the word. And it's just something that she continually uses. And Shani, by the way, if you're watching this and you disagree with anything that I have to say, remember on Drag Stream, I showed the proof. And by the way, just to be off topic a little bit here, just for a moment, I found something on here pretty interesting that I want to show somebody. I want to show you guys real quick. You guys saw the community post that I made about the death battle, who would win a death battle between Shani and Dragon and whatnot. And some people was like, well, death battle is just a cartoon or whatever. Well, then there's the text messages that we have right here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can actually see that, but it says Drag deserves to be tortured. I'm sorry, Drag deserves a tortured death. I hate him so much for ruining my life and my dreams. Everything I love is taken away. I hate him. And then I said, what did he do this time? Because she did talk about it a lot. She says, he's just profiting off of me while taking GMT ability away. Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, I want him dead and I hate him so much. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. Let me try to turn this around. Maybe you can see it this way. Try to put it there a little bit more so that you can actually see it. And this is on my old phone. I have a lot of stuff on my old phone. I have all these super chats, not super chats. I have these text messages because when all this stuff was going around, ladies and gents, a lot of people was coming in my chat spelling the Niger word in my live chats, and I was complaining about it. And the more I complained about it, the more they did it. The more they did it, they would send it to me via my what do you call that? Google, my Google phone number. And some of them have that from back in the day, and they would send that hateful mess that way. And I'm going to show all of this stuff in part 2. We're not going to get into this in part 1. So anyway, just wanted to point those things out. Okay, Shandy came into my room using the with the A there, but I believe that there's a string that exists where she uses the ER. All right, but you can see me visibly upset if you actually look at the video in context, not a clip that they cut that suits their need, that suit their needs. Watch the whole show and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because I believe I've warned Shanny. It's not even just Shanny. I've had similar issues with Von Helton and with Indigo as well. I have an audio recording of Indigo calling her own kids or calling the woman that her husband was cheating with the N-word. Like it's like these people get on social media and they act like they're these moral agents, and then they want to pretend like they're not these prejudiced people, these racist people. And all you had to do was look at my chat back in the day. I had literally no support on the GTV channel. It was mostly the Dragoons, and they was just going crazy in the chat. You know what I mean? And a lot of people can vouch for me on that one. And I have the screenshots to show everybody, which we're going to look in part 2. Now for the Geek Room. Again, Scientist Sam went into the Geek Room. He made a fat girl joke, and at the end of the joke, he said that haven't you ever been George Floyded by a girl before? Now, I didn't know about this right away. This was brought to my attention by it was either Grand Ultimate Villain or it was Gentleman Pioneer. I actually don't remember how I actually got a hold of it, but one of them told me it was either Gentleman Pioneer or it was Grand Ultimate Villain, atheist YouTuber who didn't like me in the beginning, who I'm okay with today. Okay. And I started making a pretty big deal about it. Okay, where people started to respond to it. But before we get to the response, I want to show you something regarding Shanny in this topic. Shanny actually believes, Shanny's going to defend the Scientist Sam in the video that I'm going to show you. But she doesn't think there's anything wrong with making racist jokes. Okay? Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Hold on. Where's my video at? All right, and you can find this video on Fat Courtney Love's YouTube channel. Okay, let me see something here. You can go on Fat Courtney Love's YouTube channel, and you can actually see the video in its entirety. I'll play it for you right now so you can see it. Just give me a second here. So again, remember, Scientist Sam made a joke, but so did Shanny. And I'm going to be using a lot of comparisons because they like to talk about Shanny. But in reality, you know, Scientist Sam, who did this in the Geek Room, these people are just like her.
God, people don't believe me about my past. I swear to God. They don't. So, why do I make racist jokes? Well, I'm going to be honest. Because I can.
She believes because she has a constitutional right to be able to say whatever she wants, then she can make any racist joke that she wants. A little background on us African Americans that was born because I was born in the 70s and in the mid 70s, and you have other ones obviously that was born after that and ones that's born before that. It wouldn't be hard pressed to see us watching shows like in the heat of the night, watching the Jeffersons and these jokes being made, watching the Dukes of Hazzards and the problems that came with that, and some of these other shows. Because when these shows were displaying these jokes, they were communicating the tensions between the two different parties. I don't like using the word racist, but for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to do that because when I use the word race there, I'm implying that there's more than one. I believe that there's only one race and that is the human race. but there are people out there that believe that there are different races. So just bear with me, okay? I'm going to have to speak these terms so that people can understand where I'm coming from. You have black people and white people basically expressing how they felt against each other. And because this was the norm and you saw this every single day, when you watched it on TV, it was automatically understandable. What you didn't do back in the day is you didn't go to the person's face and make a racial remark to their face, because if you did, that could result in your life ending, or you ending up with a broken nose or a black eye or something like that back in the day. Today, I'm not going to put this, people are a little bit more sophisticated, so to speak, right? So Shanny's like, oh, there's nothing wrong with making racist jokes because I have a constitutional right to be able to say what I want. And you'll be surprised how many people came into my GTV hangout that I did that was coming into the room making the argument that, you know, they have a constitutional right to say whatever. I was making the argument that no, those kind of things should not be allowed to be said, and they need to make laws about it. Okay. And then I had some Christian friends telling me to be careful because if you take away their rights for that, then you're not going to be able to say this. You're not going to be able to say that. And to this very day, I still think that people should not be allowed to say those things in our society. Right. So, what was the point that I was going to get to? Let me see something here. Shanny and Scientist Sam both believe that there's nothing wrong with them making these jokes. They both believe it's okay. The reason why the Geek Room is in the title and not Scientist Sam, because Scientist Sam has been G-smacked all over the place by me, Grand Ultimate Villain, Gentleman Pioneer, and some other YouTube channels out there. Again, in part 2, we're going to get to all of that. He was absolutely eviscerated, all right? We're going to look at one show where they talked about it, and it's going to be, I think I'm in the show, and I think a couple of other people in the show, and we're confronting Scientist Sam. You can listen to his lame excuses and how he got away because he's Drag's best friend and because he was a Dragoon. Now that I got people who obviously do not agree with the Dragoons, I want to go through this again to show the Geek Room if they're going to bring up the past, they better bring it all up, or else I'm going to bring it up. All right. So let me show you. And I'm going to show you guys in part 2 the episode of the Geek Room where the joke was actually made and how everybody in the room was laughing and they thought it was funny. Oh, and don't worry, I also show the streams where I confronted Frank and I confronted Tad about it. And you can listen to the lame excuses that they make about what was done in their room. See, Geek Room, one of my reasons for doing this show today is this. You guys are quick to talk about everybody else's faults on here. I see you guys going after Carrie. I see you guys going after me. I see you guys going after other people on here. And you always talk about what they did and what they said and what they did and what they said and what they did and what they said. I have never heard you once, and I'm referring to the Geek Room, refer to the things that you have done. Never once I ever heard you do it. I know that Carrie, based on what she said on her own channel, I don't know her personally, but based on what she said on her own channel, she is, she used to be an alcoholic, from what I understand, and now she's sober. At least she was able to admit what she went through. The only way anybody can find out about anything about the Geek Room is you have to go to one of their Discords and see how sick and demented these people really are at the end of the day. With some of the pictures and stuff that they allow to go on in the Discords and everything. We'll get to all of that, ladies and gents. When I say I'm going to eviscerate the Geek Room, I'm going to eviscerate them. All right? Okay, so we don't need this one right here no more, so I can get my links and everything together. Let's take a look. No, we don't want this one. No. Let's take a look at Shanny making excuses for Scientist Sam. Because like I said, Scientist Sam and Shanny both have the same belief that there's nothing wrong with racist jokes. Scientist Sam and Shanny doesn't believe that there's anything wrong with it. So let's take a look at it here real quick. Where is it? Give me a second here, guys. I got to make sure I get the... And I believe this is when me and Shanny was friends when she actually made this video. Okay? So let me put this on here so that you guys can see it. And I'll get to the comments a little bit later. They're still saying that G-Man's friends with a racist. I'm not friends with Shanny. And I thought everybody knew that. But the Geek Room wants to keep bringing this stuff up. Let's just see who this is. Like I said, this is Shanny defending Scientist Sam.
Okay, so
since I'm a peacekeeper,
Shanny's sucking up to the very people that are destroying her at the time. This was hilarious and whatnot. Anyway, let's continue.
And since I believe in the truth, and I believe in doing the right thing, I'm going to go to my enemy and fully state this. Scientist Sam is not a racist. He's not a racist. One of his friends, a lot of his friends are black, okay? You can't be a racist if your friend...
You heard that, ladies and gents. You can't be racist. You can't make a racist joke. You can't be prejudiced if you have black friends. And yes, his best friend on planet Earth, according to Dragnut, is Dragnut.
Friends with black people. I'm sorry. It's impossible to be a racist and be friends with the people you're supposed to be racist for because you would hate them. Anyway. But no, Scientist Sam is not a racist. I want this shit to stop, okay? Don't be pointing people out and saying they're racist this and they're racist this for my own personal, like, sticking up for me, okay? I said some bad things, okay?
Nobody's sticking up for you. Scientist Sam should have never said what he said. And it's as simple as that. And he'll be confronted by a whole lot more than just me later on when I show the videos of people confronting him. I'm telling you, this issue right here started a storm with the Dragoons. That's one of the reasons why they don't got no power no more and why they're weak and feeble and ain't never going to get that power again.
I said some bad things, some asinine, stupid-ass things. But that doesn't make me a racist.
By the way, this is before Rev got on here and started saying the N-word 15 times toward Dragnut. Remember that. And this is also before Shandy went to my face and called me the N-word to my face. I want you to remember that.
What it makes me is an ignorant fucking white person.
You said it.
An ignorant white person. Just like Scientist Sam was ignorant and he said something stupid.
No, it makes him prejudiced at the least. It makes him ignorant. You're right about that. I don't know if I want to use all the other terminology that you used because that's subjective. He's supposedly Jewish and that's not supposed to be the same thing, you moron.
Just like the other people said something and they said something stupid. All of us apologize, but you know what? At least I do something that my enemies can't do for me. I'm going to end this war here. Scientist Sam is not a racist. Stop trying to point him out as a racist to try to stick up for me. Leave that man alone. I want nothing to do with him. I want him to live his own life.
By the way, I didn't listen to Shanny. I kept doing what I was doing. Just want to let you know that.
And don't try to muddy his name up and his reputation for me because I don't believe in doing that to anyone.
Shanny believes her reputation was destroyed when I came on YouTube and I called her a racist when she said the famous statement. No. First she called me the N-word and then she said 2 rich white people versus 1 poor black man. Remember that.
Anyone. So leave him alone and stop with this nonsense. Because it's enough. I'm tired of these stupid...
Now that I think about it, Scientist Sam and Shanny would make a pretty good couple, don't y'all think?
Endless wars with people, where it's this constant back and forth with people, this constant yelling at people.
Nobody cares what you think, Shanny. So anyway, the point is this, okay? Shanny got to the point that she defended him because Shanny knows that she made a racist joke on here too. Shanny made a bunch of different racist jokes because, you know, she has a constitutional right to do that, okay? So this joke, again, was done on the Geek Room. And then when the Geek Room was confronted, Frank and Tadit kept making excuses for what Scientist Sam did. Well, I wasn't there. We talked to him in private, and he apologized in private. He made this joke in public, but he apologized in private. And many of you remember when he came on both the G-Man channel, which you will see tomorrow when I put this on here, and the next time I come on here, he refused to apologize. Both times on GTV and on the G-Man channel for the joke that he made on the Geek Room. And the Geek Room still haven't renounced their friendship with him. That they want to try to tell everybody in the chat that G-Man is friends with a racist. G-Man is not friends with Shanny. G-Man doesn't want to talk to Shanny. G-Man doesn't want to be around Shanny. All right? But the Geek Room keeps bringing up all of this stuff and they forget what was done in their own room. Scientist Sam not only made a joke about a black person, but this man made jokes about other Jewish people. And he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's okay. And he won't renounce his friendship with them, but they don't got a problem. This is the key point here, ladies and gents. they don't have a problem with him going into their rooms, doing the things that he's doing, but they think it's okay to go on YouTube. Oh, aren't you friends with a racist? Aren't you this? And aren't you that? Aren't you this? Didn't you allow Shanny to say this in your room? Wait a minute. You're still friends with this guy. You haven't even made him do a public apology or nothing. And believe me, it does not exist. He has not publicly apologized. So first and foremost, the people that was watching that night, and for black people in general, he refused to apologize because he had the support of the Dragoons, the powerless morons that was following out the Dragnet and the things that he was doing at that time. All right, let me show you guys something else here. And then and by the way, the reason why I'm saying that they're scamming people because they're getting people to believe a lie about somebody and they're pushing that agenda so that they can receive super chats and they can get money. I'm convinced that what they're saying about Carrie is not true. What they're saying about Carrie's husband is not true. What they're saying about Sabella and other people on here is not true. They're only creating these things because nobody wants to watch their boring content, and they need to create some type of controversy so that people can talk about their boring channel. That was hip back in the day. About a year and some change ago until all of this stuff started happening. People's eyes started opening and realizing how disgusting these people really were at the end of the day. Let me show you something here. First, let me delete the last video that I let you guys see. Let me get this thing out of here. I'm going to show you the stream where Gentleman Pioneer. No. Well, I'm responding. Oh, no. That's not the one I want to show you. Let me show you this. Hold on. I know what I want to show you. This is them getting on Shandy about being a racist, but ignoring Scientist Sam. So let me show you this one here. Hold on. They think this is funny, but they won't do this to Sam, though. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Hold on.
What do you have to say?
Come on, if you're racist and you know it, clap your hands.
Block you.
What the fuck, bro? Come on, if you're racist and you know it, clap your hands.
Block you.
What the fuck, bro? Come on, if you're racist and you know it, clap your hands.
Block you.
And again, they don't have a problem pointing out something that somebody else does when they're doing it themselves. Listen to me, whatever happens on your platform, you're responsible for. So if somebody comes on your platform and they say something, why do you think I'm taking responsibility for what Shanny did on my channel? They have to do the same thing. It doesn't matter if you're there or not. It is your YouTube channel, and you're supposed to get on the guy about it, and you're supposed to make him publicly apologize about that. Or distance yourself from him. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that because what they like to do is point the finger, but they don't talk about their vices. Again, Carrie has been sober for a long period of time now. I don't know the exact amount of time, but at least she comes on here and talks about her weaknesses and stuff and tell people that she's sober. I haven't heard the Geekroom do that one time. Even Draven. I've heard Draven talk about some of the things that he's done in private and in public. And at least he owns most of it. When is the Geekroom going to do the same thing? They can't, because they got to create false narratives about people so that they can make money. And like I said, in future videos, I'm going to show you why Frank is mad at me. I'm going to show you the documents on why Frank is mad at me. I'm going to show everybody why the actual joke. I'm going to show you a bunch of different things regarding the Geekroom. I don't want to say too much tonight. I got to be careful. But because I don't want them prepared. Let me see something here. Let me eliminate this one. Now, let me show you this one here. Hold on. This might be the last one. I don't know. And this is with me responding to Scientist Sam regarding his joke and calling him out. Like I said, he's been in my room. He's been asked to apologize and say he didn't have to. Why should he have to apologize? That's the same thing that Shanny was saying. And what cracks me up is how Drag and those guys can ignore everything that's going on in their little group, but then they can point the finger at everybody else. Why do you think Dragnet won't have a one-on-one conversation with me about this? Scientist Sam's already dealt with me and lost. He had to delete all of the videos off his channel and walk a different direction when we got done with him. okay? Because of what he did in the Geek Room. The Geek Room allows all kinds of immorality going in. Not only do they commit one of the biggest crimes on YouTube, and that's dot dropping, but they also go out there and they endorse, not endorse, they condone. That's the word that they like to use. They like to use the word condone. They condone it on their pathetic, hypocritical YouTube channel. Hey guys, Frank from the Geek Room. Today we're going to talk about all of Carrie's problems. We're not going to talk about one of mine. And then Tatted. Hey guys, welcome to the Geek Room. Today we're going to talk about G-Man and all of his problems, but we're not going to talk about mine. The girl with the blue hair, I don't know what she says. There's only but so many episodes where her on there. Then there's another dude that was on there. I don't even know who he is. I don't even know these guys that well. I only know them because of drag. The only reason I didn't pre-invite Frank or Tatted on this YouTube channel to talk to them about this, because if you go on their channel, show me adult conversations that they're having on there with somebody that they disagree with, like myself, Vecco, Jesus is Lord, or anybody like that. Show me one. It doesn't exist. They can't have an adult conversation. Those are two man-childs that is running that channel, and they're incapable of having an adult conversation. And I know they're going to try to say that I can't have one. I can't wait for them to do that so I can make them look stupid again. Because there's video after video after video after video after video after video after video of me having adult conversations with people I don't agree with. And actually being invited to come to their platform again and again and again and again and again. Where they say that that they enjoy having a conversation with me. I don't see nobody saying that about the Geek Room. Right? So let me show you this next one here. And this video is going to be about 40 minutes. And because I'm in the video, every now and then I'll interrupt it and I'll say something, but I'm not going to play the entire thing. I'm gonna try to start it from where the parts are good, because in this particular video, this is when I specifically went after when I was saying atheist this and atheist that, atheist this and atheist that. I want to keep this strictly on the Geek Room and on Scientist Sam. Okay, so I want people to hear this, because I'm certainly not the only person that was outraged about this. Wait till I start showing you those old Grand Ultimate Villain videos. You're going to see what I'm talking about. They can pretend that like these things didn't happen, but I'm about to start bringing this stuff back up just to show them that the internet doesn't forget. Can't sit there and talk about, oh, Shanny's a racist, and then ignore Scientist Sam. Scientist Sam's a racist by your own argumentation. Be consistent. Yeah, Shanny's a racist piece of garbage, but so is Scientist Sam. So let's get into it here. Hold on. No, this is the Geek Room. Hold on. This ain't the one I want. Here it is. Calling out Scientist Sam. Get in here, you racist. So let's play this here real quick. Let me fast forward. And that is true to this very day when I think of Scientist Sam. And Shanny sometimes too. Now, let me say this to the YouTubers that was doing that back in the day. You see how all this stuff is coming back to bite you in the butt now? G-Man plays the long game. G-Man holds on to these comments. G-Man holds on to these things, and he will show you what you said when you claim you never did it. On my phone alone, I have all these screenshots of them leaving me NIGER. And like I said, we're gonna do that in part 2, and I'm gonna show everybody that. But I might have to delete that stream because I'm gonna be showing some stuff that they ain't gonna be very happy with. Now, here's the thing. I was friends with Shanny when I said this. I was friends with Shanny when I said this. Wait until I show you where Scientist Sam says he doesn't owe nobody an apology. Wait till I show you some of the stuff that that came out of this cat's mouth, because at the time he had all of that support from the Dragoons. They don't got the support they used to. And this is going to teach Frank about being consistent when he comes to me saying, "Oh, G-Man, you're a terrible person because you're this and you're that. You gave money to a child abuser." You know what? Bet, no problem. I got you for the next 5 videos, Geekroom. Right. That's right. And this is something else that drives me crazy. You know, a lot of the people who are Dragoons was watching me for a long time. They used to always call us judgmental, saying that, "Oh, you judge LGBTQ and you judge this and you judge that and you judge this and you judge that." That's all they've been doing for the last 5 years, which tells me they don't got a problem with it whatsoever. Every time they come out and they say Carrie's this because of this, this, and this, they are making a judgment about her. Every time they come out here and they say things about Draven, they're making a judgment about him. Every time they do that, they're making judgments. They don't got a problem judging people. It's only bad if another person does it. If you do it, it's okay. Meaning if Frank does it, Sam does it, Tadit does it, Geekroom does it, it's okay. If somebody outside of them do it, now all of a sudden it's a terrible thing. Give me a break. Again, this is not a video about atheists and Christians. This is a video. This is me looking at this video here and talking about the Scientist Sam thing. You're going to see me screen share a hangout. You're going to see me screen sharing a hangout that was done either on my channel or was done on Todd Malico's YouTube channel. And you're going to see Gentleman Pioneer confront Scientist Sam and his many, many excuses. Just like Shanny. I'm gonna call them Liquid Shanny like everybody else does. Let me password this to the Hangout. So here we go. Here, hold on. Yes, on top now. Oh, and by the way, I don't. Ms. Parker made a truce. Since I'm using the video that's on her channel that she took from me, feel free to subscribe to her YouTube channel. Anyway, let's continue. In other words, he was trying to say that about Gentleman, not Gentleman Pioneer, about Grand Ultimate Villain, right? But I called him out to come into my room. He eventually did a couple of times, and he wasn't sorry for anything that he said. I could show you videos where Shani said that she wasn't sorry for the racist joke that she made. There's a lot of similarities between Scientist Sam and Shani. And don't even get me started about how his BFF Drag was sitting there trying to defend him. Please, I'm gonna have to go over it. Hey, Todd Malico, when I'm done playing this video, you can come in this room. You can show everybody the public apology that he made. And I'll show people tomorrow the videos where this man refused to give a public apology. Or do you think I don't got those videos, Todd? His joke was made about a fat woman. At the end of his joke, he says, "You've never been George Floyded by a girl before." In other words, he's trying to say you've never been suffocated by a girl. Gentleman Pioneer is actually going to make some good points when he starts arguing against Scientist Sam for saying what he said. Nope, 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 nope. All Scientist Sam had to say was, "You want to know what? I didn't mean to offend nobody by the man would not do it. He would not do it." Wasn't exaggerating about that one either. I was not exaggerating about that. Some of you know why. Because he marched in a parade. Because he marched in a parade, he believes that gives him the right to make these jokes. These are all the things the things that you guys hear me talking about in this video. These are the things that the Geek Room refuses to bring up. They'll bring up that G-Man was friends with a child abuser. G-Man was friends with a with a racist. G-Man was friends with this. And G-Man was friends with that. But they won't talk about their friendship with Scientist Sam. They won't talk about their friendship with him because it's not convenient, and they want to con you all into giving them money because they think they got some type of truth that they want to share with people on here. They're lying about Carrie. They're lying about me. They're lying about Drake. They're lying about a lot of different people on here. People need to understand what you're dealing with when you're dealing with some of these other channels. Now, mind you, Gentleman Pioneer is a black man, right? Scientist Sam is we're getting on his case about his racist joke. This does not sound like a person who's sorry. This does not sound like a person who realized he goofed and shouldn't have said certain things. This is the same attitude that Shani was showing when Shani made her joke. He is literally doing the exact same thing. And by the way, Frank, when are you guys going to admit you messed up by having him on your channel? When are you guys going to admit what he said on your channel was stupid? When are you going to say you want you don't want to be friends with him no more? Huh, Frank? Hunt at it. Hey, Geekroom. When are you going to do that? I'm not friends with Shani no more. I changed. What's your excuse? Oh, by the way, Ty Malico, I see my chat. Make sure everybody hear this real quick. I'm looking at my chat. When I'm done with this, I'll give you a link to come in here, Todd. And hopefully you got something to say other than, gee, man, did you respond to my rap yet? If you got something to say besides that, I'll let you come in. That's like, well, it's not quite the same, but can you imagine if that happened to Martin Luther King and then this moron came on YouTube and said something like that and knew that black people was very sensitive about the whole Martin Luther King thing and whatnot and said something like, what do you expect people to do? That might not be the best example, but it is a example. A lot of people are sensitive about the George Floyd issue. And this buffoon wants to get on YouTube and make a joke about it because it's funny to Scientist Sam. It was funny to Frank. It was funny to Tatted. It was funny to the Geekroom. And they all made excuses for this guy. In other words, Shani was an actress and she did a really good job at pretending she was sorry. Shani ain't sorry about it. Shani would do it many more times after she did her little fake apology. So this is an older video. This is when I was friends with Shani. But the point that I'm bringing out here is that I'm not the only person that confront the Scientist Sam. Wait till I show you the GUV videos, the Grand Ultimate Villain videos. Wait till I show you the videos where people are just getting on them and they're unapologetic about it. They lost actually one of their best donation people for this whole matter. This is how stupid the Dragoons are at the end of the day. All they had to do was apologize, and they didn't do it. Kind of like Shani, when Shani said, G-Man, G-Man gave me a death sentence. I know I'm going to die. He gave me a death sentence. I got a blood clot in my leg and lied to everybody. And then she wonders why I'm so angry about that. And she refused to apologize, so she's suffering. I don't even want to be friends with her no more, right? Scientist Sam is doing the same thing here. He refuses to understand the stupidity that he did when he was on the Geekroom. The Geekroom refuses to distance themselves and not be friends with this moron no more. But they're quick to tell somebody that I'm friends with Shani or racist. Get the heck out of here. I'm gonna tell you something about GP though. I'm gonna tell you something about Gentleman Pioneer. I don't know if he did it, but a lot of us in the background, man, was talking about taking that joke that he did and playing it on much larger platforms and really showing important people, we'll call them that, important people off the internet, just how racist, just what kind of racist scum this guy was to begin with. A lot of us was super angry about it. And like I said, the Geekroom didn't care. And Scientist Sam didn't care. But Scientist Sam did care enough to delete all of his videos on his channel or to hide his videos. He doesn't apologize. He makes excuses for what he did. I own everything I did. Yep, Shanny came on my YouTube channel, and Shanny used Nigga, and I believe in another video on YouTube, she came in there with the ER, and I rebuked the living daylights out of her. Maybe not on camera, but I rebuked her. But the point is that Scientist Sam is in here doing exactly what Shanny was doing on here literally for years, and that's making excuses. And remember, Shanny made a video claiming that he wasn't a racist. Remember that. Shanny defended him. With these people, it's always like, oh, you know, I could lose my job, I could lose my livelihood, you ain't thinking about my livelihood. You certainly ain't caring about my place of employment. You certainly ain't caring about a roof being over my head. You ain't caring about me at all, Scientist Sam. You or your friends. So you coming on here like, well, it could negatively affect my life and the heck out of here. Really easy, real simple. And a lot of people don't know that this was the beginning of the end for the Dragoons, right here. This was the beginning of the end. Then the Miss Parker stuff started happening, and then Dragnet was going out there doing what he was doing with the ladies behind this. Hey, man, please, come on. There's a reason why nobody takes this seriously anymore. Nobody can hear the video. All right. So nobody can hear the video. How much of the video did you guys actually hear? Some people are saying they can't hear the video. All right. So anyway, I'm going to put the link out there. Todd, you said you wanted to come in here. You said that Scientist Sam made an apology video. And Frank and Taddy, you can come in here too. Let's hear what you guys think on this. Come on, Frank and Taddy. Come on, Todd. Come here. When you come in this room, we're talking about the Scientist Sam joke. We're talking about the racism that you have a lot on your YouTube platform. And then if you want to talk about me afterward, we can. But first, we're going to deal with you, okay? You guys want to get on here. You want to talk about Carrie. You want to talk about this. You want to talk about that. Talk about us. I'm sorry. Let's talk about you for a moment. The link is out there. And before they say I ain't put the link out there, there it is right there. There is a StreamYard link, Frank and Tadek. And I know they're watching because this is here, okay? Where's your link? Where's your link? You see that there? 53 minutes of laughter. So tomorrow when I show you the chat where they was putting Niger in the chat back in then, remember that statement there. This is funny to them. This is funny to them. This is funny. Anybody donating money to the Geekroom, you're supporting racist. Anybody donating money to any of the people that think this is funny, you are supporting racist. All right? Here's Todd. I got to get Todd credit. At least old man Todd showed up in here. How you doing, Todd?
Hey, G-Man. I've got, I'm going to share screen. I've got my stream up. If you want to share.
Hold on a minute. So did Scientist Sam make a public apology?
Yes, I have my screen.
To the
yes,
black
I have.
Community. Wait a minute. To the black community?
He apologized to Gentleman Pioneer, who he was talking to, if you'll share the stream.
Did he apologize to the black community?
I don't know.
Okay,
He
so
apologized to Gentleman Pioneer on my stream, which I have.
There you go, right there. There you go, right there.
There we go. Let's be
I
quiet
remember
and
this.
listen.
He was going to get to that. Go
So
ahead.
my phone's at 1%.
Let's mute and listen.
But
I
that's
see.
That's the point I'm trying.
No,
to
there we
make.
go. There
There
he
he
is. What about you?
Yeah, I find it like very strange that like a lot of people, when it's come to this, have made the effort to talk about me, but not actually talk to me. Because the reason that I didn't go on the huge parade of like making a huge public video doing, because people were A, taking me out of context and not understanding the joke, and then B, just running with it for the sake of creating outrage. And I think as a principle, from what I've heard from the little of this I've caught, Gentleman Pioneer is also against the manufacturing of outrage.
You were basically countdankuled then. Like they took your joke and ran with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just, I mean, I don't want to, it's not to that extent, right? Like, and I don't want to make the comparison because I clearly didn't get that.
Yeah.
But it was people who wanted to interpret something a certain way without knowing me, without knowing context. Because I would like to know, for instance, like Gentleman Pioneer, did you go out and, you know, like I was almost tear gassed, you know, over the summer. Like I have a friend, she got tear gassed.
Absolutely.
Then you know, like if you're willing to put yourself, then you would know, right? Like being willing to put yourself near harm's way. I mean, is that?
But that's my
that
point.
Someone does.
That's my point. I'm trying to make. You actually said that you went out, and anybody that went out in the marches, they know how tough it was, especially you know how the National Guard came and stuff. By you going out and marching and stuff, you could have mentioned anybody else's name. Anybody else's name. I wouldn't even care at all. But mentioning his name in that type of joke, that kind of made me go, whoa, 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 whoa. Here's a guy that's, as I heard that you about to be a doctor. Here's a guy that march.
I'm not about to be a doctor.
Okay, well, excuse me. That's what, you know,
it seems like you just don't have a lot of facts.
It doesn't matter. But the one fact I do have is that you march. You was out there. You doing the Black Lives Matter. And you still mention his name.
For the people that saying that this is boring and this stop being entertaining, I'm assuming you're a dragoon. Sabella, if you're watching this, Sabella, and they're saying that this is supposed to be entertaining when we're talking about the racism part and all that and whatnot, please show them what we do to people on this channel that does that. Anyway, continue, Todd.
Man, the person you marching that started this, not started the Black Lives Matter, but really opened up people's eyes more to the problem. And you mentioned his name. I didn't ask for you to parade yourself on apology. I said give a few seconds to say, you know what? I should never mention that guy's name. I'm sorry for that, for mentioning his name in that joke. I should have said somebody else's name. That's all I asked for. Because
I mean, I've already made this point. So again, like, do we?
But
is this one where you want to address? Like,
no, it's nowhere to be found, Sam. There's nowhere to be.
But like, do I need to make a public display of all of it, especially when there were people trying to harass me and trying to harass my friends and dox them? I made the choice to not go and parade that because I didn't want to play into all of that stuff. Now, I'm sorry that it's so.
Nobody can hear you. You have to unmute yourself. You muted yourself.
It's coming, and actually, where I stopped it, you just said I'm sorry, but let me back it up just a couple
seconds or 4 seconds, and let's hear
just a few seconds.
So important because I didn't want trying to harass my friends and dox them. I made the choice to not go and parade that because I didn't want to play into all of that stuff. Now, I'm sorry that it's so important to you that I address my apologies or address my actions via your own standards.
That's not an apology.
But like I've already done everything you've asked. It's just I'm not going to put myself.
That's not an apology. That's him saying I'm sorry that he doesn't see it from his perspective. You got to unmute, Todd. It's not difficult. Hit the microphone. There you go.
I can see that this was pointless, and you're not willing to listen. So I'll just.
Now you're gonna run now, right? Now you're gonna run, right?
No, before I run though, I do have a
report, right?
Before I run, I have
the apology or the sincerity that he was sorry for making a racist joke. I assume you came into this room and you have proof for that. If you don't,
it goes on for
and tell him to apologize for it and tell the Geek Room to stop saying that G-Man's friends with a racist. Well, we all know that you and the Geek Room are friends with that fool. But go ahead.
Are you done?
Yes.
Can I talk now?
Yeah,
that goes on for another 10, 15 minutes, and I don't think you're
sure
willing to
does.
sit here.
I've seen the whole stream. I believe.
Yeah, well, sure does. And they have a good exchange.
I believe I was there.
Can I talk now?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you sit still and shut your fucking mouth for 10 seconds?
Yes, I can, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank
yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
That goes on for another full 10, 15 minutes where they have a good exchange between each other. And Gentleman Pioneer says thank you and accepts his apology. Now, can we watch it here, or do people just need to go to my channel and watch it for themselves?
You can go to his channel and you can go watch it. But don't go nowhere yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a Scientist Sam. I'm pretty sure he's fake. Scientist Sam, cut your camera on, Scientist Sam.
Before I go, G-Man, I've got one more thing. I have a challenge for you.
Scientist Sam.
Before I go.
Hold on a minute. Wait.
I've been holding on.
Whatever, Todd. So Scientist Sam is here with a middle finger he's giving me. He ain't sorry.
What's up, G-Man?
Apologize. Finally, it's been 4 years. Apologize for making that racist joke.
It hasn't been 4 years. You're really bad at telling time.
I guess I am. But can you say sorry, please?
I already did. Why do I need to? I did it on Todd's stream. I also did it on
I got you on the G-Man channel
stream. I don't see why I need to continue to.
You don't have to explain nothing to me. I have you on the G-Man channel saying that. I have you on OGTV videos where you say, don't worry, we're going to get to all of that, though. We're going to get to
GTV, the channel that got flagged down? That channel? That notable channel that got flagged down?
Huh?
That notable channel that got flagged down? GTV, the non-existent one?
You mean the channel that I accidentally deleted?
Oh, so you're stupid, not inept.
I accidentally deleted it. But Scientist Sam, that's neither here nor there about what happened to GTV. Why are you so puffed up and proud like your girl Shani, and you can't say you're sorry for making a racist joke?
Well, first off, it wasn't a racist joke. It was a tasteless.
Keep it going. I love Jesus. I dance for Jesus. C-H-R-I-S-T. Jesus.
For me, his name was
Jesus.
You were saying?
Yeah, that was a tasteless joke, not a racist joke.
Keep it going. I love Jesus. I dance for Jesus. C-H-R-I-S-T. Jesus.
For me, his name was
Racist joke, sir. Would you like to hear Shani defend you when she said that you wasn't a racist either, and while she's making a racist joke herself? Would you like to hear that? Because I can play that again for you if you want.
No real interest.
Scientist Sam's not a racist. He has a constitutional
a broken clock is right twice.
He has a constitutional right to go out there and make these jokes. And the whole point is this: you did that on the Geekroom, and then the Geekroom wants to tell me about how I'm friends with somebody I'm not friends with no more, who is racist or whatever, right? Tell me something. Are you still friends with the Geekroom?
Are you done talking? Am I going to get a chance to answer?
The
I'm a member of the Geekroom.
I'll rest my case, guys. I'll rest my case. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Well, I would like to point out that on multiple separate occasions, people can find me discussing this joke. I would point to Todd's stream. I would point to there was an episode of Hannibal and Monty fully discussed. So I don't know why G-Man is deciding to lie. He also lied about why I removed content from my channel. Removed content.
Wait a minute, hold on a minute. My channel is bigger than Hannibal and Monty's, and you had an opportunity to apologize on there, and you didn't do it. You had an opportunity to do it in front of a large crowd on GTV. You refused to do it. You refuse to do it right now, but I'm supposed to believe that you want Hannibal and Monty's channel to do the right thing, right? Are you serious?
Yeah, I already did it. Like,
the
reason
serious?
I won't do it with you is because you don't actually care about race.
Wait.
Hey, child, be quiet.
You are sounding as dumb as Teddy Bear 55 right now. Like, your logic is all over the place. Like, literally, right now, you have the opportunity to apologize and you refuse to do it.
I've already apologized. Why would I apologize again?
Whatever, Liquid Shani. Go ahead.
Why would I apologize again if I've already apologized? I mean, this isn't even about racism. Like, what have you actually done in terms of activism for anti-racist policy?
I wouldn't even dignify that question with
he hasn't done anything. Instead, he offered to buy an RV for a racist.
That's just stupid. Let me bring Todd.
We can compare our records on these issues.
Todd. Go ahead and defend them, Todd. Go ahead.
Hey, G-Man, are you going to do a Steamtown Marathon again next year?
Todd, answer the question. Why was the joke he made wasn't racist? Tell me what you told me 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Why was it racist?
It was a fat joke, not a racist joke.
No, it was a racist joke.
No, it was you.
Did you forget the part where you don't get to decide whether or not the joke is racist or not? Or do I have to educate you again? You have to unmute.
Well, you need to stop muting me because you
Listen to
muted me.
Sir. Listen to me, sir. Listen to me. You're my elder. Okay, I expect
Yes,
you
I
to
am.
know more than me. All right,
And
you keep begging me to respond to your rap. I'm just trying to be funny right now, so don't take
No,
this too seriously.
you're not going to respond to my
begging me
rap.
Respond to your rap,
No,
but
you're not going to.
But I don't have to because it sucked. And so anyway,
of course.
The point is, listen. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Listen.
I didn't say anything wrong about the tuba. You can play the tuba.
Yeah, you don't know anything about playing a brass instrument.
You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know.
I mean, he knows how to play the meat.
So look. The whole point is this: why is the Geek Room and you little dragoons constantly keep talking about what happened in 1943, saying that G-Man's friends with the racists and G-Man's friends with what was she? A child abuser? Yeah, I was. Do you know what the word was is? You know what past tense, present tense, and future tense is? I'm in present right now. We're talking about the past right now, right? And the past is that I was friends with them. I take offense to that because here it is that the Geek Room is friends with a dude who made a racist joke, and you don't get to tell me that it was racist. And I can point out articles, I can point out papers, and I can do the same thing I did on GTV to show you why you're stupid on that. On that, okay? I want to know why the Geek Room remained friends with them, but then goes on other people's channels and G-Man's friends with racists. I'm not friends with that. I'm not friends with Shanny no more.
I'll tell you. Because the Geek Room didn't believe his joke was racist, as I didn't, but they do believe some of the things Shanny and Rev have done are racist. That's why. And we can disagree about that.
And that's the problem. Tell me something. What was the direct result of from the community when he made that dumb joke? How did the community respond to me? Since it wasn't a racist joke.
There were some mixed reactions. Some people were sounded like they were offended. And I think Sam addressed those things, as he's been trying to tell you for the last.
What did GUV say?
GUV.
I don't care. Yeah. No one cares what GUV said. Why are you so obsessed with him?
Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why are you so obsessed with him?
Wait a minute, Sam. I didn't hear that. I want to hear that again. What did you just say?
I said, why do we care what GOV said?
No. That's not what you said. You said nobody cares what Grand Ultimate Villain had to say. That's what you said.
Yeah, no one cares about what he has to say.
And he's been gone for 2 years.
I didn't say it.
Gone.
He said it. You heard him say that. I didn't say that. He said that. These guys is dumb as teddy bear. You'll see what I mean soon. Because here's the thing, Scientist Sam. If nobody cared about it, then why did Dragon have to plan to have an opinion on it? You keep saying that nobody cared and whatnot, dude. That's why.
G-Man, you are so worked up that you're stumbling over your words.
You guys are in now.
Repeat it as if you don't have a dick in your mouth, please.
That is why that's going on. So people did care. They cared so much that one of your best donators stopped giving you guys money. So don't even go there. I can have Jim the Pioneer in this room.
Who's that be?
GUV in here, and we can talk about this all over again to show you how you two are lying.
No, you can't.
Who was one of the best
get GUV in here.
Shanny is lying.
You can't get GUV in here.
Yes.
No, you can't.
I can get GUV in here.
No,
not right
you can't.
Now. Not right now.
No, not right now. Yeah. Not right now.
Well, Gentleman Pioneer, and I can get him in here.
I doubt that too. So you might get Gentleman Pioneer.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, this is almost 3 years old.
Whatever.
I think it's just kind of pathetic that G-Man will complain about people going into his past.
If you're going to talk about me, talk about the things I have done in the present. If you bring up
we did. We talked about your terrible marathon.
That was then, and this is now. I know you ain't talking about terrible people as friends, dude. Your friends.
No, I said your marathon time.
Wait a minute.
Buying an RV for a racist.
Talking about terrible friends on here, are you? You're not talking about that, are you? Because you're friends with Frank, the stalker. You're friends with Hyperactive Ted. You're friends with Blacknut. You're friends with Todd. You're friends
with yeah, he's friends with me. What did I do?
Came into my live chat and was calling me the N-word.
Well, no offense, Todd. I don't think we're exactly friends. More acquaintances.
I was going to say I don't have
who the YouTubers were that was doing it. I'm going to show everybody who the YouTubers were. Trust me. When I'm done with you guys, the only Carrie you guys are going to be talking about is a Carrie movie that's going to be that with a girl had the blood all over her face. You ain't going to talk about Carrie no more. You're going to be worried about your own problems. Mark my words. Mark my words. The point of the matter is that you, sir, made a racist joke. You are obviously showing it now. You showed it before. You are unapologetic about it. I don't even believe you marched. I don't even believe that garbage no more. I don't even believe you marched with anybody. I believe that you're full of it. I believe you forgot where you came from, and I believe you need to watch your mouth when you're talking about other ethnic groups out there. That's what I think you need to do.
G-Man, can I? You want to race a marathon? I'd like to challenge you to a marathon.
Okay, so since we're done with the Geek Room and whatnot, let's talk about the marathon.
Yeah,
Todd,
I'd like to challenge you.
Yeah, you're really a bad
I've done
runner.
zero.
You're really slow.
I've done zero marathons.
You ran zero. Okay.
I ran
so
cross country in high
show me
school,
one
but
of
those
your
are like
medals.
10Ks.
Show me one of your medals.
I don't have any medals. That's why I want to challenge you.
Over there and whatnot.
I did 10Ks in high school 40 years ago.
Yeah,
But I'd like to challenge you to a marathon.
That's great. That's great. Tell me what is a good marathon time and why, and then tell me what is a bad marathon time and why. And wait a minute. And one more thing. Hold on a minute. And then tell me what you got to do when you train, since you've never ran one before. Right.
I've never ran one. You got to do short runs, fast runs, long runs. It's a 4 to 5 month procedure, and I just tore my LCL, so I'm making a leap here, challenging you to a marathon in 1 year. But I think with 1 year, I can train and beat you by at least 30 minutes. That's my challenge to you. That I can beat you by 30 minutes.
Okay, so tell me what a good marathon time is and what a bad marathon time is.
Obviously, 3:30 is a great marathon time because it qualifies you for bigger marathons. So 3:30 is kind of the standard.
How many times have you done it?
I have never done a marathon. I've done 10Ks.
3:30.
Oh, it's about 9-minute mile. Pretty close.
Yeah. So how do you do that then? You never done it.
It's tough. No, I've never done it before, but I have a year.
That's like a novice. That's like a person who never studied biology talking about evolution, right?
Oh, like you?
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. That's like a novice coming on here talking about evolution. You're gonna sit here and tell me that I had a bad marathon time. You know nothing about marathons. You never ran a marathon. You never trained for one. You smoke. And you're going to talk to me about marathon times. Todd, explain that to me, how that's logical, Todd.
Well, first of all, I don't have to have run a marathon to know something about it. Second of all, I don't smoke. This is vape. This is water vapor. And third of all, I'm just challenged. I didn't say you ran a bad marathon. I'm challenging you to next year's. The 2024 Steamtown Marathon. I'd like to challenge you to that.
Shanny, I'll bring you back in a minute. So let me get this right here. You never ran one before. You have no idea the toll it takes on your body. Do you
No,
like
I have an idea. I ran 10Ks.
Oh, you say you could beat me, so you like pain then?
I think I can beat you, yes.
You like pain then?
I'm well aware with pain associated with running, yes.
Working out in a athletic settings, what's the worst thing that's ever happened to you and you continue playing? And did well. Show me your trophies too, by the way, when you did it. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, I've twisted ankles running. I've
done that too.
Football-related injuries.
I broke bones.
Yeah, I didn't break a bone.
You were playing basketball and still won the game.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to bring up?
No.
Okay, so when you run the marathon, that last 6 miles, what is your advice for somebody who is doing the last 6 miles? You did 20. Yeah. Usually, anybody who's running a marathon knows what the last 6 miles is about. Now, one bad-ish ran a marathon. She ran 2, I believe she told me. You never ran one. So why don't you be dumb and sit here and tell me what it's like to do the last 6 miles?
It's mental toughness. It's challenging yourself. It's pushing through. I know about that.
Yeah, ladies and gents, these are the only people on planet Earth that have never did anything in their life and want to tell you how you can do better.
I don't want to tell you to do better. I want to challenge you. I'm challenging you.
Are the other competitors that are in these races? How supportive are they?
Oh, everybody's very supportive that's there. I've been to marathons.
Wait a minute. But you just challenged me, okay, in your old age to race me.
I'm 57.
On a marathon. No.
Not that old.
No, you're old.
I'm 57.
And you're lucky I didn't respond to your diss track, to be perfectly honest.
I feel real lucky.
That I was gonna say about your old behind.
You're gonna keep saying how you're gonna do it, what you're gonna do, but you never do it.
You seriously. Okay, you have to forgive me for not taking you seriously. All right, because if you never ran one before, there's nothing you can say to me.
Then it could be an easy challenge.
So look at Shanny. What do you think about it? I mean, at least you practice kung fu, right?
No, I don't do kung fu.
Do you accept the challenge, G-Man? Do you accept? Will you race me next year at the Steamtown?
So anyway, Todd, when you actually run one time in your life, then we'll talk. So anyway, look what she.
No. Will you race me at Steamtown next year? Will you be there?
So anyway, Liquid Shanny.
He's scared.
So anyway, Liquid Shanny. So look, but you're obviously in better shape than Todd, and you're a lot younger. What do you got to do for the last 6 miles since you ran a marathon before?
I haven't run a marathon. I did up to.
Keep it going. I love Jesus. I dance for Jesus.
I love doing that. So you never ran a marathon before, but my time was horrible. You do take care of your body. I know you got abs and all of that stuff. We talked about that. You bragged about it in the past and everything and whatnot. Can you please tell me what I can do to have a better time since you never ran a marathon before?
Well, so I'm basing this off of fairly basic training principles. I think probably your nutrition was not in line from your.
I'm sorry, I don't listen to racists. So anyway, guys, does anybody have any questions in the live chat? Does anybody have any questions in the live chat here at all? I'm sorry, Sam. I just had this thing in my head, man. I got this thing about racist people who don't like black people because of the color of their skin and think it's okay to make jokes about them. I have a real problem with that, and I'm gonna have to ban you from my channel since the Geekroom won't do it. Okay. So anyway, I got a real bad problem talking to racist people. You know, I had this flashback. I remember the Ku Klux Klan. I remember the you know, the all of these horrible skinhead things and everything. And then I started thinking about Scientist Sam, and it's like, oh, my head. Can't deal with him anymore. Okay. So I don't really care about the Geek Room talking about me or whatever about that. But one thing I do like this, I love.
I love Jesus. I dance for Jesus. Jesus. Jesus.
Not for me, his name was
Jesus. Jesus.
I woke up, so I praise my
Jesus. I am on the phone with Jesus. From the Bible study so I can learn about Jesus.
The only thing left now is to get Frank and Tatted in here. So Frank and Tatted, why don't you guys come in here and learn some respect, Frank and Tatted. I'll put the link out there for you because the other link might have expired. I want no excuses. So let's get it. Everybody who didn't see this from the beginning, you need to go watch this from the beginning. All of that stuff was addressed already. G-Man, you bought racist some candy, yeah? Go take a look at the beginning of this video. You're late. So anyway, click on the link. Come in here, Tatted and Frank, and explain to me why it was okay for you to allow this racist on your channel to make that racist joke. The reason why this is important for me is because you keep telling everybody that I'm friends with the racist, and I don't have a friendship with Shanny. I don't even got a friendship with Rev. I just wanted to help him. I own what I do. I own it. Why is it so hard for the Geek Room to do the same thing? You want to know why? Because they're scam artists and they're hypocrites. They paint a picture about somebody, particularly myself, Carrie, and other people, and they put fraudulent information out there or somewhat true information to try to paint somebody in a certain light so that they can receive money from their audience. The Geek Room ain't nothing but a bunch of con artists. They're scammers. That's what they are. They are attempting to scheme people, scam people by getting them to believe things about other YouTubers that is not true, and they exaggerate things, right? So they want to sit there and say that G-Man's friends. G-Man was friends with Shanny, not no more. G-Man was friends with Rev, not no more. G-Man was in the room when they did these things. I played the clip and I showed people what I was talking about. And I'm saying I own it. Not doing it no more. So my thing is this. Why are you constantly bringing stuff up that ain't relevant today? You want to know why you're doing it? You want to know why you constantly keep bringing that stuff up? Because...
Keep it going. I love Jesus. I dance for Jesus. Jesus.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I could do anything better than you.
Oh, you can.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can be, I can be greater. Sooner or later, I'm greater than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there, ladies and gents. That's why they do it, ladies and gents. That's why they do it. G-Man, may be a rumor, but are you naked from waist down? So anyway, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not even going to dignify that one. Let me see some. G-Man saying they're bringing up old news. That's right. They are bringing up old news. I'm no longer friends with Shanny. So why are they going to other people's streams and saying I'm friends with the racist? I'm friends with this. I'm friends with that. They're so uninformed. It's not even funny. So I decided to go back to the past and show people who they're friends with. And you heard Scientist Sam. He's not only friends, but he's a member of the Geek Room. He's one of those paid members people. He's been on the channel before. I'll show you what I mean. Hold on a minute. Give me a second here. I'll show you right here. This is when they were sniping my video. That's why I don't have a problem with the archives. I don't have a problem with people stealing my stuff. You want to know why? I'll use it later. at some point or another, I will use it later. So let's just show everybody what I'm talking about here real quick. Oh my goodness, who is that? Scientist Sam in the Geek Room. In the Geek Room. Give me this garbage. Like I said, in part 2 of this video thingy that we're doing here, ladies and gents, we will be exposing the Geek Room by showing you what was actually said in the Geek Room in this proper context. You will hear the joke for yourself, especially if you're new to this YouTube channel. Then I'm going to show you all of the excuses and how many times that man has been in my room and didn't apologize. He didn't apologize today. He didn't apologize on the G-Man channel. He didn't apologize on GTV. That man ain't sorry for nothing he said. He won't even call it for what it is. That's the thing. All right, so I'm going to end this here. You can call this a bit of an introductory video. There's some other people besides myself that's got problems with the Geek Room or had problems with the Geek Room, and I'll be bringing them in here, and we'll be talking about the Geek Room to show everybody why these people are the biggest hypocrites. Well, one of the biggest hypocrites on the internet. They're not the biggest hypocrites. They're one of the biggest hypocrites online. You know what I mean? So let me see here. Let's see if you guys got any questions in the chat here. I'll answer some questions before I leave. If anybody got any questions. Let me do it from YouTube, though. Any questions from anybody? You want me to call out burnt toast? I'm not doing that. Already did it. Why am I so pressed? No, I'm not pressed. Anyway, guys, let me leave you guys with this diss track about Shanny and Rev. You know, because you know they're my friends according to them. But how do I share the audio though? You know what? I'm not going to do it this way because I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear me. So I'll wrap it up with this. Oh, wait a minute. I could play the Miss Parker diss track. No, I'm not going to play that. I ain't going to. Let me do this.